Yo, they have got to do something about this freaking leveling of the weapons and units, bro. They have got to. Let's discuss this a little bit because this is getting a little tedious, bro. But first, be sure to like and subscribe. It helps out tremendously. Thank you very much. So what are we talking about here? We're talking about the level up NPC for the items, weapons, units, all the likes. And we're talking about how long this stuff takes to do.
There's just no reason for this to be the way that it is, honestly.
A success!
It is ridiculous. So the other day I had to go and level up these, I believe it was this right here. It was the Zelio sword that I leveled up from 0 to scratch. And, you know, of course I level up a lot of different stuff. I play different classes, a lot of different classes. Obviously, as you just saw right there. And obviously see I'm on daggers right now. But other times you'll see me on Tekker. Other times you'll see me on Gunner or so. But nonetheless, I level up a lot of weapons. I gear a lot of weapons. I, put a lot of time into fixing and enhancing a lot of different weapons because I play a lot of different classes. But that being said, dude, this system is just, bro, it just takes too long. It is so tedious. Like, look, I understand that, they have addressed this before. They addressed this by bringing out gold prim 2s, right? And then thankfully they addressed it by making endemios, which, allows things to be stacked, right? Because of course beforehand, we have endemios now, and now they can be stacked. Whereas beforehand it was just gold prims or gold prim swords or units, and it would just take up all your inventory, which was horrendous. Like, it wouldn't be possible to have however many I have here, 4,572. Like, that would all be single slots. Obviously I don't have that much space, no one does. So obviously this helps out tremendously, but we still have the issue of, you can only use 5 when you're upgrading a weapon. So, or a weapon or a unit, you can only use 5. So if I go to item enhancement, just go to something down here randomly, and then I go to, endemios or something like that, and then pop 5 on there, I can only use 5. Now I understand why you limit to 5 here, because obviously you still want these to be of use. So I understand the limitation. I understand that there needs to be some sort of limitation, but so like I understand, you can't just do like level to max level, and then because that would kind of negate using the success rate boosters, right? If there's an option just level to max level, then okay, what's the point of that? It's just like it makes those not valuable anymore. So I understand that. However, there needs to be something implemented where where either you can use more, or even better, there needs to be something where you can like take your endemios, and you could take 10 or 20 of them or something like that, and you trade that in for a different one, like an Endemio 2 or something like that, that provides all the XP in one. And it's how you can do that seamlessly. You can just go and convert those the same way that you go to the item recycle shop and convert items like that, some SG badges or whatever, something simple like that. The same way you go to the augment, and exchange augments, the same way you go here and make an augment capsule, right? Just boom, boom, do it like that. Or I guess it would probably be in other enhancement materials, because that's where this is at. So it would be the same way. Like, there needs to be something like that that makes this a bit more streamlined. And of course, obviously that will still create the issue of using the success rate boosters, because now you're getting more experience points, so you're only using the success rate booster. But I'm sure that they can figure something to work around that. Maybe it requires you to use 2 or I don't know, something of the sort. Who knows? But either way, this needs to be addressed, because it takes way too long to level from 1 to 90, wherever the hell the weapons are at right now, right? They're at 90, right? At level 90. So obviously it takes way too freaking long. It takes way too freaking long. So I wish that they would do something about this, because I feel like it's just very off-putting. It's very off-putting for anyone and everyone doing this. Plain and simple. It's very off-putting. It's very tedious. It takes way too long. And of course, it made sense when the weapon levels were lower. So that's why I kind of talk about where, I understand, they addressed this before, gold prim 2s and endemios. And this is really going to be a reoccurring issue if they keep doing it the way that they do it. If they don't kind of revamp it in some sort of way. It doesn't have to be drastic, but like I recommend it. Maybe exchanging Endymios for an Endymio 2, which gives, much more experience or something like that, because obviously, as the weapons increase, then, this will rear its ugly head again if they kind of change it minorly on the same track that they've been changing it on. It will obviously rear its ugly head again. So there needs to be something that addresses that, I believe. And then the other thing that I was going to address has to do with, these weapons as well, but with the CV. So you're wondering, well, why didn't you just use a level 60 Exilio from the seasonal shop? Why'd you level it from scratch? You have to limit break it, you have to potential it, where you could just get all that for free. Well, I have CVs. So obviously for CVs, you can't transfer that over. So if you have a CV, you have to level it from scratch. I think that this is a little much. Now, I understand, however, and hear me out here, because I'm not trying to, I understand the rarity of CVs. And by no means necessary should you just be able to willy-nilly transfer CVs. I don't believe that. However, I do believe that it would be nice if you could transfer CVs from from like a weapon specific to another weapon, kind of like you do the fix-it transfer. Like, it has to be the same weapon series and type to transfer a fixer, right? So I think that that would be great for CVs as well. Whereas, if it's a Duocilio Daggers CV, you can transfer it to a Duocilio Daggers. You can't transfer it to a Duocilio Rod or Gunblade, but you can transfer it to a Duocilio Daggers, because a lot of times you'll have these weapons already leveled up, and then maybe you stumble upon a CV, it drops, but you can't use it because obviously you have to completely re-level and then re-augment your weapon. So it doesn't really make much practical sense, right? So I do think that that will help out. I think that that will also create, it will probably create a bigger market for CV items as well, even though there's already a huge market for CV items because they're rare. But I think it would definitely create a more even desirable market for them, because people could readily get them and put them on their stuff without, after they've already made their stuff. So, once they'll be like, okay, well, I kind of want to get a CV. Well, okay, let me go get the CV. It's pricey, but let's go get this. It's there. And I think that would benefit the market for sure, and create for a valuable hunt item, or valuable item that you might stumble upon, right? So that's kind of my viewpoint there with the CVs. Like I said, I do not believe that they should just be willy-nilly. You could just toss them around, because there is a rarity factor to it, and there's a scarcity factor to it. There needs to be things like that in MMOs. There has to be chase items. There has to be things that are rare that you cannot readily obtain, that are nice and that are unique to you. So that way you're the only person who has it. Very few people have it. That is important in the MMO. This is not Handout Central. This is not Participation Trophy Central. We do not need that. We have plenty of that in the game already. So like I said, I think that the CVs should, if they were to do it, it would be from same way that the fix-it transfer works. So it has to be the exact same weapon, same series. So Duocilio Daggers has to be exact same. So that's kind of my viewpoints there on the weapon level up and unit level up enhancement material, and how they should kind of do something about that. And then, of course, with the CV. So let me know what y'all think below down in the comments on how y'all feel about this whole situation, which experiences y'all have had with it and whatnot, and what input y'all might have. So be sure to like, subscribe. I will see you on the next one. Much love. Holla. Spike2 content.